Thank you very much for having me here today. Thank you very much to speak in front of such a great audience. I heard you already applauding to all the other ICOs. Let me use a few words before I actually step into my presentation and explain you a little bit more about what we are doing at REMME. REMME stands for Remember Me, REMME. And it's quite crucial to understand what we are doing because, in my opinion, most of the industry leaders are doing it wrong. Let's use a real case out of our life. We are somewhere at a far distance and we need to communicate to someone. And first of all, what we have to clarify is his identity. Let's imagine that identity is nearly solved or is on a good way to be solved. There are workable solutions out there. But what is not solved yet is actually access. So identity and the so what. So what means where do you have access to, what door you are entitled to open, and what door are you not entitled to open. And this is something which we would like to solve without the need of a password. Password and pins will be removed completely out of our world. We are removing the door from the wall, literally, to be said. Let me ask you a question, and maybe you answer as well. Whom of you never forget his password or her password? Never. Two. Only two. Okay. I hope you did not forget your password because they have been one of those. Because these are actually the 10 most used passwords in our world. And 3 or 4 users, me included, before REMME, I was using one and the same password for all of my services. So what is actually happening if someone is hacking me, hacking my password, and because of the situation that identity is directly connected to access, they're running through the identity layer, running through the access layer, and get access to the service layer, to your data. And actually the numbers are very bad. We are talking about $6 trillion in 2021, which will cost cybercrime. And out of this, the average cost of a data breach is 150 million. And I'm actually not talking about the reputation the company is losing. 76% of the data breaches are actually happening because of using weak protection. To say it with other words, 7 out of 10 cases can be solved or would have not been happening if they would use easy technology like REMME. It's very important also to understand what industries and what are the fields that got attacked, right? Enterprises, we know about eBay, we know about Yahoo, we know about Sony recently got hacked. We would like to concentrate a little bit more with REMME on critical infrastructure, like government, like energy, telecom, banking, all those sectors which are actually handling critical data of you and me. And also here we had a recent case. Also George over there from Bitfury today morning, 10 o'clock at the keynote, was using this example. Equifax was hacked and 143 million personal data got compromised. That's actually 1/3 of the entire American citizens, right? And we have the automotive industry becoming more prone to hack attacks. You know about Jeep got hacked recently, and more of those we will see in future. And of course our industry, the crypto industry, I will tell you any of those hacks that happened, but some of those also could have been prevented. And more or less, we actually need to secure your wallet, and we also need to secure the exchanges and the other blockchains out there in our world. So what is it that makes the current systems so bad? Actually, I could cry, because we are talking about centralized databases. We are talking about enterprises which are maintaining centralized databases with hundreds of user credentials, which are prone for hacking. We have the weak protection itself, the password, which is a weak protection. Everyone would agree, I guess. And we have the human factor. You know about social hacking, someone calling you, please go to the website or give me your password. Weak protection you see on the right-hand side. If you're using a password, every one of us can be hacked like this, with phishing, with keylogging, brute force. All these attacks we are actually removing with REMME, Remember Me. So, after I talked a little bit now, telling you what is the sphere and what we are doing, let me also make a buzz about the technology. What we're actually doing is, we are one of the first startups, or one of the small startups, which are argumenting the Bitcoin protocol to render it pay key I enabled. What does it mean is actually, first we are getting the basics done. We are doing our standards. We are creating a new standard, which means we are removing the old centralized CA structures. You're very aware of companies like VeriSign, which are located in this centralized structures and accumulating millions of dollars, billions of dollars in a centralized way, and actually not solving it right because they are a single point of failure because of their centralized manner. So we are cutting this off. We are using the X509 standard. It's this SSL standard you're using every day when you are accessing your bank account, HTTPS, right? Secure communication between your browser and the server. We are using a technology which is very, very old. It's mature, it's available in 80% of our consumer products. Your telephone, your laptop, the router, your car key, the RFID card for opening your enterprise, the office, is communicating in SSL. We are green on the user side. We just have to get the enterprise or the server side done. And this is where we introduce the REMME Core. REMME Core is a distributed network which is in future eliminating the centralized structure, and whether a certificate is valid or got revoked, this is something you can clearly get from a blockchain and not from a centralized database. Having said so, finally we are removing passwords. We have done our standards. We are using SSL to guarantee you access. On top of it, we have implemented a two-factor authentication, which is also getting rid of PINs. We are not Google Authenticator, where you get sent another 6-digit PIN number. You have to read, you have to insert into a form. I'm not a robot, okay. Forget about that. That's not customer experience. We just sent you a message to your messenger, to your Telegram, asking you, is it you who is opening mybanking.com? And you just accept, yes, it's me, and the magic will happen. To make this possible, we are introducing the REMME Token. You remember me, REMME Token, REMME. It is actually an utility. You need to have a REMME Token to generate a certificate. And you need to have REMME tokens to be able to participate in our distributed network, to become a node, proof of stake. Nodes will have the possibility to initialize a certificate generation. The certificate will be generated on your device. The certificate, the private key, will never touch the blockchain, will never touch the cloud. It stays on your device, internally in the internals of the operation system. So even no one can steal the certificate, because it means the hacker actually need to hack Microsoft or Google operation system to be able to get access to the certificate and steal it from you. So nodes will be responsible for initializing the certificate generation. They will be responsible to prove them. They will be responsible to revoke them. And they will also be responsible to run the second factor. And very important here is also to understand the one node which generated a certificate or started generating a certificate will never authenticate. The one node which authenticates your certificate will never start the second factor. So we implement another ability to secure our network against bad players. Clearly, we are not the only one on the market. There are competitors. I wrote almost competitors. Why? I mean, because of the matter of fact, OAuth2, you are paying a high price. You know what is OAuth2, right? You're using LinkedIn, Facebook, and actually what you're doing is the company where you apply to, they will get all your Facebook information and vice versa. Facebook will know all the services you're talking for. Do you really want that? Me personally, I don't. I'm not using OAuth2, and most possibly no one of the critical infrastructure services will use OAuth2. Then we have Civic or Uport. Good ICOs, good startups. I love them. But both of them are doing identity. They have not understood the separation between identity and access. And we at REMME, we hardly believe in separation of responsibilities, like it is in business, where someone is responsible for business development, Kate over there, someone is responsible for marketing. The same should happen in our industry. At the moment, it's even worse. Imagine you are a medicine producer, you produce a medicine, it is bad medicine, someone dies, you get sued, right? In the IT world, not you get hacked, so what? With REMME, it will not be no more possible. Another difference between Uport and Civic is actually the usability. Just imagine, Civic has this QR code. You're using your mobile phone, want to access a website. The website on your mobile phone is presenting you a QR code. And with the same mobile phone, you actually have to scan the QR code. Somehow not possible, right? Uport also, nice solution, also trying to get rid of passwords. But again, it's only a solution for a mobile phone. With our solution, REMME, we are covering 80% of all use cases in our world. Let me get some more details about REMME. I think you want to hear that. We have an MVP, so we are going mature. The MVP is now installed, implemented in 5 different critical infrastructure companies that applied to become one of the first pilots. Healthcare, defense system from Ukraine, Hotmine, a mining company. One thing is to secure human-machine interaction, but more important in our future is machine-to-machine interaction. This is also what REMME solves. We actually have miners, mining devices, mining computers, which are using REMME authentication system to guarantee access between the devices and guarantee access for the administrators. Kazakh Telecom is also one which are using one of our pilot for internal administrative usage. Last but not least, the Big Four. We are documenting the way we are working. We are documenting our processes. We are documenting our results just for you. And later on, we won one of the top 4 accounting companies. We will later on also say who it is. They will audit us and they will more or less prove that what we say is what we do. They will account our business model, they will account our token model, and they will give you a reliable answer about our project. All the others do say so. Also we understand that we have a brilliant idea, everyone agrees, but the brilliant idea is worth nothing if you don't have a good team. We have a good internal team consisting out of the top people. Unfortunately, I have not enough place, otherwise you would see faces up to there. And we have very good advisors. I mean, you clearly understand we are going into a fight, let's say, so against companies like VeriSign, so we need to have top advisors, not only in Europe, but also in America. We also open our ICO for America, which means we will not exclude someone. We are aiming 5 million as a soft cap, 20 million as a hard cap. 5 million we can do what we want to do. With 20 million we have a war cast and we can be sure that our business model actually will be working. So we are not just a standard ICO, we are not one of these 2000.com companies which are just fundraising and then spend my money. No, we have a real business model behind. We want to earn money with this idea, and this is actually something important to you. Clearly, last sentences, someone is already saying we have an understanding of how to distribute the tokens. We are selling 35% of the tokens, and we have a clear understanding of the allocation. Obviously, we have an MVP. We want to get a product. We want to get it ready as a product. We need a little bit for that. And the biggest amount is going into business development and legal stuff. Thank you very much. We have our demo booth there. If you would like to see a demo, we would be happy to show you. 2 clicks and you are logged in. Forget about passwords in future. Thank you very much.